What's up, world? Happy Monday. Well, I think it's Monday. The way everything's been going right now, it's kind of hard to remember sometimes what uh what day it even is, but pretty sure it's Monday. But anyways, I wanted to talk a little bit about the carnivore diet that I've been doing for the last few weeks. I think I've been on it for about 3 weeks now, and first the reason I did it was because I had plenty of free time to focus on doing something, and more so as I'm a personal trainer and just kind of wanted to. I've been reading a lot about it from different people that have done it, and I really just wanted to see what it was all about. I've read a lot of good things that people have experienced doing it. I haven't really read any negative things, but there haven't been any real studies done either. Like, everything that you find is from a specific person who's done it. There's not been any kind of like broad study to see the overall impacts. So I was just kind of curious and figured, why not? I'll do it for a month, maybe two, see how I feel, see what happens, and just kind of see what goes on. But kind of leading up to it, I did go extra heavy on the carbs for a few weeks coming into it. Not necessarily because I was preparing to do this, but been off of work, been still kind of quarantined, not really quarantined anymore, but still not really fully back to work or anything like that. So I've had a lot of time to just be at home and not be at work. And so, I just kind of ate what I wanted to, did what I wanted to. But I think it, as far as this goes, it gave me a little room to see a little bit more change because I was kind of pretty carb heavy beforehand. And then going into the carnivore, it's practically zero carbs. Now, the way that I did it, there's some pretty extreme scenarios that people go to. Not necessarily extreme, but extreme points on the carnivore diet. The most extreme end is just beef and water. That's it. That's pretty hardcore. I don't think I could do just beef and water. That would get pretty old pretty quick. But that is one place that people take it to if they're doing it as an ultimate elimination diet for multiple issues to see what's causing any issues. They will eliminate everything, start from scratch, and then taper their way back in over time. And then the next level would be any meats. All meats are fair game as long as it's not processed. Beef, turkey, chicken, pork, seafood, it's all good as long as it's not processed. And water. I'm one more level down. I still do dairy as far as some hard cheeses like cheddar cheese, provolone, some mozzarella, Parmesan, cream cheese is okay, and lactose-free milk. And I keep the dairy in there because I don't have a problem with dairy. You would cut it out if you already had problems with it. If dairy causes bloating or stomach aches or anything like that for you, then yeah, you would cut that out as part of the elimination. But I've never had any problems with it, so I kept it. I kept the dairy in there. And so just in the time that I've been doing it, 3 weeks, I've cut out everything else. I'm only doing steak and ground beef, ground turkey, salmon, bacon, lots of eggs, and then my cheese, my milk. But the cheese is more of like a snack. It's not really the meal. My meals are straight protein. I probably am doing 2.5 pounds of just meat every day. 1 glass of the lactose-free milk with my breakfast. I do still do coffee, but I do just straight black coffee. I know that's slightly frowned upon, but because coffee basically has nothing, there's zero carbs, there's no sugar, I'm doing just black coffee. It's okay. It's moderately accepted. And I couldn't live without coffee. I have coffee in my veins. That's what I run on. Uh, so yeah, I've been doing all the meat, uh, dairy and milk, and those things. And I can say over the last 3 weeks or so, in the beginning, it was kind of like it was just getting used to it that first week. A lot of people say they go through like the keto flu the first couple of weeks when they go on to the elimination part of it and get rid of all of the carbs. I never had that, possibly because I'm keeping dairy in, so the dairy was enough to kind of like keep me from hitting the point to where I did not feel good, where I felt sick for a week or two. I felt completely fine, and I can say that I'm actually feeling better than I was before, mainly because it's eliminating all of the carbohydrates that I had in my diet. I I can tell overall inflammation in my body is down. Um, I haven't had any like no signs of any kind of stomach cramps or just disagreement with the diet that I've been doing. My stomach's felt fine the whole time. I've had no issues with that. I have noticed slightly less headaches than I was getting before. I didn't get headaches every day, but headaches were not uncommon. Uh, but I'm getting less of them now. And if I do get one, it's not quite as bad. Sometimes I get them, but they're not quite as bad as they were. And it's only been a few weeks. The water, I'm still doing a gallon of water every day, because with all of the meat and all of the salt, you have to stay hydrated when you're doing it. You can't slack on the amount of water that you're drinking. But I feel good. I didn't do it to lose weight, so weight loss was not my goal. But just in a few weeks, I am seeing a little bit more tone, a little bit more definition, and that's just doing my workouts that I can do here at the apartment. Because, like I said, our gym is still closed, so I haven't been going to the gym and working out, not doing any weight training. It's just all been body weight exercises and body weight movements, and just the high level of protein without the carbohydrates. I can see that my muscles maintaining, and I'm seeing more cut, more tone, more definition. I'm seeing more energy in my workouts as opposed to before. I'm not kind of sluggish getting into the workouts. I get in, I get it going. I am feeling a little more energy as far as that aspect goes. And the toning is because I'm not burning carbohydrates anymore. I'm eating a very high fat diet because I'm eating mostly all meat. The ground beef is 80-20. I'm cooking everything with butter. I'm eating bacon. But that's what my body has transitioned to burning. It's not burning the carbohydrates that I'm eating anymore. It's only burning fat. So in a sense, you do need that increased fat to give your body something to run on. At the same time, I'm cutting some body fat off. I'm trimming down. So that's positive. I'm not going to argue about that one. And I rather enjoy it. I mean, I did miss the carbs in the beginning for about the first week or two, but I gotta say for the last week or so, I have not missed it at all. I think the longer you go without something, the more those cravings go away. And so I have not craved the carbs in about a week. Like I have no desire for them. I'm completely content with what I'm eating. And I mean, I love meat anyways, and it's just expanding on that. And I'm learning new ways to cook that you have to do too. You have to learn new ways to prepare it so you're not eating the same thing the same way every day. But overall, it's been a good experience so far. I'm going to continue it for probably a few more weeks, if not hit the 2-month mark and see how I feel and how I'm doing. I had a physical a couple months ago, I think, and they did some blood work. So I have that blood work. I would be interested in getting some blood work done if I stay on it for maybe 3 months, getting some blood work done again at that point and seeing how it compares. See if there's any changes in anything there, any positives, any negatives. I don't believe there will be any negatives simply because my blood work has always been good. And in my experience, for me, for my experience, if you have bad cholesterol already or things of that nature, your diet can make it worse. But if you are not at a point where you have those problems, your diet is not going to cause you to have those problems. In a sense of like cholesterol and things like that, as far as like the eggs and stuff like that. The cholesterol is not necessarily bad for you unless you already have a problem with cholesterol. If you don't have a pre-existing problem with it, the eggs is not going to be the cause of that. But I would be curious to see, with my increased salt intake, my increased fat intake, if anything has changed on my blood panels along those lines. So I may get that done. But overall, I've rather enjoyed it. I feel good. I feel great. I enjoy what I'm eating. I have more energy. So I'll probably do some more videos as the weeks go about that. I may even make some videos showing how I prepare some of my meals, what the different things are that I do. But yeah, I think I'm gonna keep going with it for a little while longer, and as long as I'm feeling good, I see no reason to cut it down. Now, that being said, if I hit a day in 3 months, this is by no means going to be like a lifetime diet. 3 months down the road, if I'm just like, you know what, I want to have a slice of pizza, I'm going to have a slice of pizza. But it really just depends on how things go. If I'm seeing really good improvements, and especially if I get the blood work done and everything looks good, and I continue to feel great, I may stay on some form of this for an extended period of time, because I'm fine without the carbohydrates, and as long as I'm continuing to feel good and do fine, I see no reason to change anything. As the weeks go, I'll probably do some more videos on it, but if there's any questions about anything that I've been doing, put them in the comments. I'll get back to you. And thank you for watching me talk about my carnivore diet. Have a good week.